So one of the things that we do when we're working through the problems, we've already worked this out a little bit, but we didn't have a name for it. It's called pseudocode. And sometimes you can think of pseudocode as the equivalent of a sketch. Like if you're trying to draw something, and I don't know if any of you are artists or taking an art class, but usually what you start out with, if you're going to draw a person, maybe, you kind of lightly sketch the shape of the person or the limbs, or sometimes even you start with the skeleton, right? You sketch it out. And then you come back and you start to fill in the pieces a little bit more. So pseudocode is a good way to sort of sketch out your ideas in code. And then you can come back and add the code to that piece that helps you kind of think it through. Sometimes it's helpful to just think through what it is I'm trying to do as I'm breaking this problem down. So if I say print out the numbers from 1 to 200, maybe you can think of multiple ways to approach this, right? There's a while loop, there's a for loop. I could just print them out. I could create a list of numbers from 1 to 200 and I could iterate through that list. There's a lot of different ways to do that. But what the big idea of what I want to do is this, and then I can figure out the details of that. So pseudocode is a really useful way, and a lot of times we do pseudocode in comments. Some people like to just pop up in a Word document or a Google Doc and just write it out in plain old English. It's just a way of thinking about it. I tend to lean more toward I'm going to draw it, and then I'm going to go to do it in the comments, and then I'm going to write actual code. That's just my workflow. You decide on yours. It can be anything you want.